Hi, and welcome to another edition of the 2020 Lewis and Altura Track and Field Senior Spotlights. This is our process. If you haven't tuned in yet, one of my favorite things as a coach is seeing the track and field culture get passed on from seniors down to juniors, down to sophomores, all the way down to our seventh grade athletes. It's great. Every year you see this thing get molded by our senior class and passed on for safekeeping by the next group. Okay, in 2020 we didn't get a chance to do that, but we still have a lot that we can learn from our group of seniors, getting some of their advice here over this digital format, and sharing that with the future track and field generations. My guest today is Christian Staudacher. Christian talks exactly about that process, and he illustrates it perfectly as far as what that culture can do, the influence it can have on you, and just the positivity that can come along with that. Okay, Christian's definitely a great example of creating positive culture. He's one of our most dedicated weight room athletes. Really, throughout his entire career, he battled injuries on and off, kind of never let that define him or get in his way. Still was able to put in the work, and still had a very successful senior season in football, and I know would have had a successful senior season in track as well. Let's hear from senior Christian Staudacher. Hi. Hey, welcome Lewis and Altura track and field fans. Today we get a chance to sit down and talk to senior Christian Staudacher. Christian, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Now, hey, you and I were talking beforehand. You've been working a lot down at Pete's Meats this quarantine. Anything else you've been up to, or just work?
Working and saving money for when I move out in a few weeks.
All right, good. That's one of the nice things about this is you can take advantage of some of your free time and get a little financially ahead before college starts.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have moved out if I didn't have like the opportunity to like pretty much work all day every day.
Yeah. So hey, you're gonna come back out for track this year. You've been out for track previously. What made it? Excuse me. What made you decide to go back out?
Well, I went out like I had my shoulder surgery last year, and I went out for like kind of like half the season last year, and I'd say just like the entire like culture and like vibe of just like going to track practice with your friends and like also competing at the same time is fun, and also it's good for your health. So I figured why not do what I could do.
Yeah. Hey, so you were involved in kind of a limited role last year, and you only had a few days this year. Is there a particular workout that you remember, or maybe even a lifting workout that sticks out to you as one of the toughest ones you've ever done?
Yeah, I would say I think it was my first practice back last year was broken 400, and I was definitely not in shape at the time because I just had surgery and everything, so I was heated. I was definitely out of shape, but it was fun.
I forgot. Now that you say that, I remember that. I had forgotten that you started track practice on the broken 400 workout last year.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
That's been a popular answer too, as a tough one. So, nice. Okay. Hey, do you have a favorite event in track? Something that you're looking forward to try? Event you like to watch?
I was definitely looking forward to like trying the 800 just because I've always been more of like a short like sprinter, but I feel like my endurance is a little bit better than most people's, and I could have probably done pretty well in the 800 if I worked hard.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was gonna be a nice little window for you to fit in right there. Do you have, and we already talked about your tough workout, do you have a memory that sticks out from track and field practice or from some other point in your track and field career that is a good one?
I'd say going up to state, that was definitely fun, even though I wasn't really like part of the team. I still got to witness and like learn from the older kids because they kind of paved the way for the track. So yeah, that was cool to watch them and cheer them on.
Okay. Um, Plans for next year, as we're having this conversation. Uh, Only a couple weeks left. I know you and I had chatted, but what's your plans for after high school?
So I'm gonna do my first 2 years at Southeast Tech, doing like a cybersecurity type thing, and that'll be all online. And I'll also be moved out, which is it wouldn't have happened if this whole quarantine stuff didn't happen because I definitely didn't have the money beforehand. But yeah, I'll be moving in with a bunch of friends, and I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens.
I
That's gonna go for my 4 year after that. But I
Yeah.
just think doing 2 years and like maybe getting a job and having them kind of like help pay for the next two would be my best bet.
Yeah, and I think too, especially with the fall semester for colleges being up in the air, I think you're doing the smart route of, hey, let's get some gen eds done locally and cheaply, and then you can decide once things kind of open up a little bit more or what you can do.
Yeah,
Yeah. Any advice for, well, let me back up a little bit. Main reason I like doing this is that you already talked about the effect that the last couple years groups had on you. I love seeing you guys have that effect on the next group. We didn't get a chance to do that this year. So, you have any advice, any words of wisdom for some of those underclassmen?
I'd say just like try everything, and like I think the best thing you can do when you're young is to try as much things as you possibly can to see what you like, and you'll learn a lot from the older kids while you're there, like especially in track practice. Like I'd say I learned a lot just like witnessing other people work because I saw how they work, and I tried to do the same thing when I grew up. Was work super hard, and yeah, basically.
Yeah,
So,
good. No, that's great advice. Definitely. Um, Now that we know, obviously the season's done. Kind of your guys' senior year got cut about 3 months short here. Um, is there something that stands out there you're going to miss about the track and field season, or maybe just about sports in general?
yeah, I just honestly like Colton kind of talked me into going back out just because he's like we want to hang out with our friends one last time. We're all in the same area one last time and just kind of see what happens. Work hard. I was definitely looking forward to that. Just like because I've seen other like senior groups do that, just working hard, and yeah, I definitely wish I could have done that, but it is what it is, I guess.
It is, and that is one thing I think. Sports are fun, but it's just you get to hang out with your friends for 2 hours every day after school and kind of work towards a common goal, kind of thing there. So, hey, anything else that you wanted to add in there about track, about advice?
Um, I think we're good.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, thanks, Christian.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going.